Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Merkakwadash, the one who the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that tell us the truth. Much respect to the Akim of their labor and his work, and peace and salutations to the hopefully elect that are scattered abroad across the four corners of the earth. To you I say, Shalom. So yeah, man, this lesson right here, we're gonna be pretty much going into Esau's mind and how he wants to basically rewrite man into his own image. He wants to change the genetic structure of man and create him into his own image. And we're going to find out in this lesson that they're really targeting, you Jakes, as I got this pulled from Natural News, where it says UK approves CRISPR gene editing to create GMO humans. And so again, the reason why I pulled this article up, because it basically identifies, who they're targeting. All right. So this whole transhumanism agenda, that's geared towards this fourth industrial revolution, when you go into the root of it, it's all centered towards Jake, destroying you Israelites, because they want to get you as far away from your power, pursuant to Psalm the second chapter, as possible. All right. Psalm the 83rd chapter. And they want to literally change your DNA, your whole makeup, and make you a part of his image. So when you go into this word transhumanism, of course, trans means to be beyond or go beyond and to ascend. So the definition says a belief or theory that the human race can evolve beyond its current physical and mental limitations, especially by means of science and technology. So Esau, within his warped, deceived mind, thinks that his science, and technology, his AI technology, is far superior than the wisdom of the Most High. It transcends the natural way of things in which the Most High intended everything to be. And so this alone is showing that these devils, are both themselves above the Most High. All right. So when you go to Isaiah 29 and verse 16, it says, surely a turning of things upside down should be esteemed as a potter's clay. And that's what this devil has tried to do ever since he came into power. He did away with the law, right? And he's trying to do away with the natural order of things with his AI technology. He wants to create everything artificially within his own image. So it says, for shall the work, who was the work? Esau. Say of him that made it, who made him? Yahweh Shema Shah. He made me not. So are you going to sit there and say that the Most High did not create you? Or shall the thing frame say of him that framed it, he had no understanding. So when the Most High created you, nigga, you think that he didn't understand what he was doing? When he created man, you don't think that he understood what he was doing? So when you read this article, it tells you how these devils are going to try to fix the error that is within the DNA and put their own technology within it. That's for making, the humans more advanced, transcending the common course of nature, right? So before we get into that, let me get one more script. Let's go to Psalm real quick, Psalm 62, because when you go into the root of everything that's going on, it all goes back to them trying to overcome Jacob, and submit their dominance within the earth. So when you go to Psalm 62, and we'll start at verse 2, the points in verse 4, it says, he only is my rock and my salvation. And this is talking about Yahweh Shema Shah, of course, who is the rock of the Israelites, all right? He is our power. He is my defense. I should not be greatly moved. So it says, how long will you imagine mischief against a man? How long will you Edomites imagine evil against Jacob, right? You shall be slain, all of you, as a bowing wall shall you be, and as a tottering fence. And so it says, they only consult to cast him down from his excellency. You see that? When these devils get together in their big think tanks, their meetings, the G7, so on and so forth, these summit meetings, the issue is what they're going to do about you Israelites, man. How they going to get rid of you Israelites to keep you from your excellency, which your ecstasy is to be gods in the earth, as it says in Psalm 82:6, and to rule over Esau, going back into the blessing of our forefather Jacob. See, so they want to stop that from happening. So it say they delight in lies, they bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly. Salah. So let's go into this article real quick and show you how they're targeting Jake. So it says we just start from the top. It says regulators in the United Kingdom have approved the world's first CRISPR therapy to treat humans, and United States regulators are expected to soon follow. The gene editing therapy, which was poorly designed to treat blood disorders, could appear on the market as soon as December. The way CRISPR works is that it functions like a pair of genetic scissors, chopping up sections of DNA so scientists can edit them by snipping specific portions and replacing those portions with new artificial segments. You see that? So basically what they're saying is that, hey, the Most High made a mistake. We got to go behind this shoddy work and clip out the mistake and put our technology in there to make everything how it's supposed to be. See that? So according to 2012 paper that first announced the technology, CRISPR is basically a cheap and easy way to edit genes and create genetically modified, organism, in this case, out of human beings. And we're going to skip down to the point. Okay, you already see it right there. It says Casgevy was designed to treat two specific blood conditions: sickle cell disease and beta thalassemia, also known as sickle cell anemia. The former most commonly occurred in people of African or Caribbean descent and is known to cause debilitating pain. So these two sicknesses, are most commonly found within Jake. So that's what they're outlining right here. You got the Southern Kingdom, so-called Africans, so-called black, right? And you got the Caribbeans. So I got a map right here pulled up, and these are where the tribes at. These are the Caribbean islands, right? So the so-called Africans or blacks and the Caribbeans are the main ones who are affected by what they just labeled, thus making you the target. All right, they only consult, they cast you down from your ecstasy. So they want to completely do away, with your genetic structure, your DNA, and make you into their own image. It all goes back to them being guides over you and controlling you. So when you scroll down, we'll just start reading right here. It says meta thalassemia, which can cause mild or severe anemia, is a similar condition that typically requires regular blood transfusions to treat. Both of these genetic conditions are said to be caused by errors. You see that? By errors in the genes that regulate hemoglobin, a protein that lets red blood cells transport oxygen around the body. Both conditions can be also fatal if left untreated. So they want to go back and fix the Most High's work, in which in reality, when you go into it, Jake is suffering because of the curses. Jake is suffering because of the curses. When you go into the book of Deuteronomy, it actually tells you about these plagues and these diseases that we will suffer from because of our disobedience. Right? Let's go to it real quick. So Deuteronomy 28. And bear with me. Yeah, so right here, we start at verse 58. So Deuteronomy 28:58, it says, if thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book, that thou mayest fear this glorious and fearful name, the Lord Yahweh thy power, then the Lord Yahweh will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed, even great plagues, and of long continuance, and sore sicknesses, and of long continuance. Moreover, he will bring upon thee all the disease of Egypt, which thou was afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee. Also every sicknesses Slack it. Also every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law. Them will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed. So the reason why we as a nation are so sick is because of the disobedience, the worshiping of idols, and eating all these abominations. Well, guess what? Since you're under the law, that's why the Lord's bringing these plagues upon you. And so here it is. You got these devils who are affording the issue, by presenting to it our people these abominations, these false gods, and by default we becoming sick. So they want to come behind it and say that they want to fix the problem by changing the genetic structure or the DNA structure of Jake, you know, in which in reality, they doing that to create us into his own image. So this is why this devil has to be destroyed. This is why he has to be laid down, man. So let's go to Ezekiel 28 and verse 2. It says, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, and this represents Esau today, thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh by Shemel Shai, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God. I sit in the seat of the Most High, you see, in the midst of the seas, which is the people, yet thou art a man, and not the Most High. Though thou set thine heart as the heart of the Most High. So since he's setting his mind likening to the Most High, where he wants to create man into his own image also with his artificial intelligence. And he wants to do that with Jake. See? So they're intending evil against you Israelites. And that's why the Lord's going to cut them off. So Psalm 21 and 11. Matter of fact, verse 10. All right. So it says, their fruit shalt thou destroy from the earth, and their seed from among the children of men. So, when you look at Esau's wickedness, he does not sleep except he calls on the fall, the scripture say. And he is as death. So eventually, the Lord going to have to cut this nigga out, because when you go down into the root of the issue, Jake is a problem, and they want to get rid of Jake. So it says, for they intended evil against thee. They imagined a mischievous device which they are not able to perform. And ultimately, that device is going to control Jake and create Jake into Esau's image is that chip. All right? It's going to be used to control the mind and the body of Jake, man. See that? So, for they intended evil against thee, they imagined a mischievous device which they are not able to perform. So, eventually, the Lord's going to cut this nigga off, man. He's a cancer in the earth. Right? So this whole transhumanism thing, as you can see, it all goes back into them wanting to be guys on earth and destroy Jake, man, to get that birthright back. So that's all I wanted to pull out, so Lord willing, you're edified. Next time I say shalom.